Well, good afternoon everyone, and welcome once again to Ed's Greenhouse. Now the winter is fast coming upon us, and I've got to take all these plants indoors. So I'll take you indoors now. I'll show you what I'm trying to do, and I'll try and say what I think needs to be done on growing indoors. So we'll go indoors now and have a quick look. Well, this is one of the rooms I'll be using for bringing the plants indoors, but unfortunately it faces north, so it's not very bright. So underneath, as you can probably see, there's a long, not a fluorescent tube, it's an LED tube to give a little bit light of the plants down there, and above I've got I don't know what you call them, one of these LED grow lights, you know, the reds and yellows and blues up there. So they should be coming in here shortly. One of the beauties about growing indoors, which I haven't done up to now, but I've read about, it says that the paph will tolerate and enjoy the same temperatures as we humans do. But they will need more humidity. That's why I think the aquariums will come in handy to provide that. As far as air movement goes, you know, in the greenhouse you need plenty of air movement, you know, to prevent the build-up of pests and bugs and all sorts of stuff, bacteria. It doesn't happen that much in the home because we haven't got the presence of bugs or bacteria flowing around from gardens and stuff like that. So they don't require as much air movement indoors. I wouldn't think anyhow. And the other room I'll be using is the lounge, where it's got 3 very big windows, and it's very bright in here and all sorts. It's very, very warm, and it's kept moist by the fish tanks I've got in here, so that should be beneficial. Oh, we're in the greenhouse now, and I'm just looking at how many plants I've got to go inside, and there's quite a few, and I hope I can find room for them all. There they all are, and up here I'll have to find the lightest place for the cattleyas, and certain other varieties I've got that require a nice light. Not so bad with the paph. They'll go in the room that is facing north, and all the others I think I'll put in the lounge. If you are growing your paph indoor and you have windowsills, then you will know that in winter on windowsills it gets very, very cold, and in summer it'll get very, very warm. So in summer you'll have to provide shading, and in winter you'll have to move them slightly away from the window. In summer, if the leaves get too warm with being in too much sun, they'll either burn, they'll heat up, and they'll stop growing. Now, as regards watering, I've got to be very careful when I get them inside. If they're not all in the same size of pots, then they'll all need watering at different times. So I'm trying to get most of my paph in these pots, which dry very, very quickly. If you have them in these pots, then they might take another 2 or 3 days longer to dry out. So that's another thing I've got to be careful of when I do eventually get the plants indoors. So I can't say much more about indoor growing. I don't know that much about it. I'm sure with the experience this coming winter I'll find the do's and don'ts properly. So if you're looking over there now at that flower, that's the noid paph that's just opening. So we'll just have a look at that one. Now this is a very big flower. It's 6.5 inches across and 6 inches from top to bottom, and I have no idea what it is. So if anybody can put me right on this one, I'll be much appreciated. And I remember it because I bought this about 3 or 4 years ago, and it turned out like this, and it wasn't what the dealer said it was. They offered to take it back. I said no, I'll have a good look, see how it turns out. And this is how it turned out. I don't know whether I like it or I don't like it. There's another bulb there ready for opening, and it has flowered before, and it was exactly the same as this, but not as big. So there's the plant in one of these pots. So if you can actually give me any idea what it might be, I don't know. I think there's a bit of Prince Edward of York in it, and with the looks of the leaves that are a bit short and a bit broad, I think there might be some glaucophyllum in it somewhere. Anyhow, see what you think and let me know. This one's not doing too badly neither. It's paph Sanders Parish, which is a cross between Sandrianum and Parishii. You can see what I mean. I watered these 2 days ago, and there's still a lot of moisture showing on the pot, so that might not be done for another week or so. This is what I mean about the different pot sizes drying out at different times. This is a Prince Edward of York, which flowered a couple of years back, and it was absolutely gorgeous. I think I put a picture on in that. I don't think so. I think I might have done on the video somewhere. And it had no growth then, but one just started, and that's doing very nicely. I'll turn it round so you can see it. There we are. And there's the new growth, doing very, very nicely. Paph Prince Edward of York. Well, this is making a very big plant. It's Stony Eye Cross Rothschildianum, which is Lady Isabel. This is growing very, very nicely. Got numerous growths on it now, and looks like it may be coming in spike there, but I'm not quite sure. But plenty of new growths on it and doing very, very nicely. And I've put this one in the deep pot, but I'm not taking this one out to show the roots until it starts coming over the edge. So that looks like the roots are doing okay, because you know, if they look nice on top, they're generally doing okay underneath. This is a paph Bell Royal, and the new growths are coming up very, very nicely. It's going to take a few years before they flower, but going to be worth it, because the plants on the flowers on these are absolutely beautiful. This is a big plant. I think I've shown you this one before. I can't get far enough away from it. Yep, paph Bell Royal, which is Rothschildianum crossed by Colopakingii. Well, that's about all I can say about growing indoors and showing you the paph. So till next time, thank you for watching, thank you to my subscribers, and until then, I'll see you later. Bye.